Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and actually here we are doing a empty move out actually, and this room, and I've got a bedroom over here to do, plus got to go downstairs, got a big area down there to deal with. Got more obvious soiling going on here. This would be the original carpet, around 15 years old or so. For its age, it's actually not bad, really, is it? I say. House just sold actually for, I think the realtor said, $960, which is a pretty good price considering where we're at here. This is on Dilworth Mountain. There's downtown over there. I guess we can't quite see the bridge. It's over, kind of over that way a little bit, or on the other side of that area. Yeah. Anyway, let's go clean a carpet. So, obviously I vacuumed everything. This is a Oxy-Dry fiber pad, which I've got off center. I won't bother straightening it out, but yeah, that's annoying. I don't like that. I don't like them off center. But anyway, I'll just do this room and then we'll deal with that in a minute. We're going to go over the traffic areas here. Oxy-Dry will strip out the oils and soils, and there's a couple of stains right up here too. I don't know if you can see them, but I pre-treated them, of course, with the suspend. I guess this was maybe a spare bedroom. Looks like an outline of a bed here. A little bit of extra wear on the around where the bed had been sitting. But anyway, looks like that's cleaned up really, really well. So we're going to switch over to our extraction step. That's the 16-inch pad driver. And I thought I'd do something a little bit different today, because I can. Like sort of, anyway, this is kind of a throwback to many years ago when I used to use as my extraction pad the weight Tuway pads, which are a blend of polyester and rayon, I guess. I don't think that they're the right choice in every case, because they're not as absorbent, but but I think in some cases they actually are a good choice. I actually like them on wool area rugs and cut pile often, and I have a suspicion, and this is kind of why I'm doing this today, but I have a suspicion that turning them at 300 RPM, which I am doing right now, kind of changes their characteristics a little bit. I'm not sure why that would be, but I got a feeling that they might work better. That's all I'm saying. Obviously the jury's still out, but this is the first time I've well, no, that's not true. I used one the other day and I videoed that, and I was actually pleasantly surprised at how well that worked. But maybe start thinking about this. And I'm thinking, I wonder if turning this pad faster will give it, well, it should certainly give it more cleaning power, because obviously it's going over the carpet many more times. But anyway, we're gonna do a little experiment with this job. I plan to use this alone on the carpet downstairs, and we'll see what happens down there. But as you can see, this is working wonderful here. Now, I actually, in the past, when I've done used my OP machines on commercial, I've actually preferred, in most cases, to use the two-way pad, because I found they work just fine in most cases. Not always. But that's kind of where I started thinking about this. So, by the way, I'm running with this is the 15-inch pad driver, so I've got lots of overlap, but that's a 17-inch pad. So we've got an inch and a half or so hanging out the sides. But that's perfect, worked perfect, hasn't it? Looks beautiful. Can't complain of that. Okay. I better turn the, I'll leave that on for the moment. I gotta remember to put the vent cover back on. Let's have a look. It didn't appear to pick up much, but that's not always an indication of how well it's working, because sometimes the soil, depending on the soil, just doesn't show up on the pad for some reason. I haven't figured that out yet. I remember cleaning many carpets over the years where the carpet looked clean, and then I took a look at the pad and it was just black. And these were the pads that I was using at the time. I remember that. And one of the interesting things was that I would find, if I did a carpet that Chemdry had done, I would end up with a pad that was just black, even though the carpet didn't look bad. That wasn't that interesting. That was a very common thing to see. Oh yeah, it's just slightly damp. I won't be needing to post vacuum it anyway, so it's exactly the right amount of moisture there, I think. So let's go and do this one. Okay, so now I'm at my slow speed, which for this machine is 200 RPM. So even at the slow speed, it's moving the pad across the carpet 25 times more than a typical rotary in 1 minute. So that multiplies greatly over time of using it, obviously. Basically, it means more cleaning energy being translated or transferred, or however you want to put it, into the carpet. Again, we're going to be focusing on the traffic areas. You can see where the outline of the bed over there. Not that obvious, but it's there. You can see where the footprints where the legs are, or were. By the way, interesting thing, I was talking to the realtor. I gave the realtor some info about our cleaning and everything, and I said, I can't remember exactly how I worded it, but I said, you know, she asked me about the dry time, and then I told her, you know, normally about an hour or so. And I said, you know, for those who are looking for the best, this is it. And she says, oh yeah, I know that. Like, in other words, she was referring to the fact that our reputation for being the best is definitely out there, you know, among the realtors, so, which is good. You want that. Anyway, I gave her a brochure on the our carpet cleaning brochure, and a wood floor cleaning as well, which I just talked to her briefly about that, so she was certainly interested, and, you know, the word will get out. I'm not in a panic or anything about all this. You know, this area right here into the bathroom is where the most obvious wear and soiling has been happening, so I'll just slow it down a little bit here. Looks like all these marks are definitely coming up and looking really good. Okay, let's go back to where we began. Now we'll drop it down. That aside. This pad is a little bit damp, which is exactly what I'm wanting. I won't need to add much more solution. So now we're at high speed. That's 300 RPM. We'll just do a perimeter. You see how easily I can move along the wall. Literally get right up to the wall with that pad. I did vacuum all the edges, of course, when I vacuumed, but all right. I'm just going to take my time. I can move way faster than I am right now, but I'm not in a hurry by any means. You should never be in a hurry. I'm just kind of really wanted to observe what's happening with this pad in particular, but it certainly is working. I mean, I used these for years, and I really didn't think that they weren't a good pad, just that when the I think I kind of, I went away from them when I started getting microfiber. That was the first modern pad, I guess you could say, that I got. But in the end, I did determine, I don't think that they're the best choice under a rotary, just saying, because I think they tend to, the yarn of the filaments or the fibers tend to lay over. But anyway, if you're using a rotary, I would recommend you at least have some of these on hand and experiment with them. They're not expensive. That's one of the nice things about the Tuways is they're usually less expensive, and they do last a very good long time. They're the longer lasting pad for sure. So yeah, it's nice to have choices. I'm not having to add hardly anything here. I can feel. If it was too dry, I would feel it. The machine would start to bind a little bit on the carpet. Oh yeah, it's just fine. Slowing it down to do the detail work, as it were. You can see that entryway is looking wonderful. Yep, looking really nice. Actually, I'm really quite impressed. Looks like I'm going to be using the Tuways a lot more. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, we'll take a look at the pad. I don't expect there will actually be anything significant visible on it, but you never know. It's weird how that works. And maybe that's part of the reason why we think that they don't work that well, is it just that they hide the dirt. In fact, what I noticed when I've been using these with my OP machine, I'll use it for a while. When I take it off the pad driver, it's drawn soil and staining right up through the pad. They wick up through, which is really interesting because I don't see that with when I've used other pads, but that seems to be the characteristic of these particular pads. So anyway, what I'm getting at is don't discount the Tuways. They do have their place, and again, I'd recommend you maybe pick up a few if you don't have any already, and experiment with them. They really work very well on cut pile olefin. So there you go. I hope you found that helpful and give you something to think about. So I'll let you go because I'm going to go downstairs and we're going to play around downstairs in a minute. Okay, I'll let you go. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.